Hi, it's Adrian. How are you doing today? Have on a very deep and dark look, and I have done it with some products that are new to me, so I thought I'd go ahead and get started with what I have on. Actually, for my base, I went ahead and mixed together a couple of I started with the e.l.f. bronzing drops and the rose gold, and then I added in the Lumi Glotion in 902, so I used this as my primer base today. Both of those are very glowy products. And then I use the Covergirl Simply Ageless Skin Perfector Essence, and with this one, it's one of those ones that you rub around in your hands and then you put it on, and I think that it actually blended really well. I've done it a couple of times, mixing all three of these together, and I think that it works. It looks like it's a darker shade than it would be if if I didn't add these two in. So I think it's darker there, and then from there, I actually went to the bronzer, which I use the Flower Beauty Sunrise bronzer, which is a very red, well, it's more of a purple. And that's the way this whole look went a little bit deeper than I thought that it was going to go. I used the Colourpop Sweet Treat as far as the actual blush on there. And then I did use a product that's brand new to me. It's the NYX Buttermelt Highlighter. This one is in Butter and Black. And this is one of the highlighters. It's one of the brand new ones. In fact, I think it came out with the Wednesday collection. And it goes purple to green. And that's what I have on the cheeks right now as far as my highlighter. So if you think that it's too dark and it's giving me an unusual shade or cast or something, leave me a note below, because like I said, it's brand new and I haven't used it very often. So I'm not quite sure if it's going too dark or it's working okay for me. As far as the lips, what I did was I used the NYX, and this is actually one of their better glosses. This one is from the Beetlejuice movie that came out, and I put a little bit of the glitter from this on top. So this is what I have on here. And I think this actually made the gloss go a little bit darker than it usually does. So yeah, that's a really deep purple lip. And then what I did for the eyes today is I used Ninhydrin. I keep on wanting to say Ninhydrin, but I guess it's Ninhydrin. And again, if I may be pronouncing that wrong, this one is from Adept. And I went ahead and used this one in my crease. Then I used, let's see, this one. Yeah, this one right on the lid. And a little bit of this lighter blue from here to here. So this is what I have on today. It's a really pretty palette. And I added in a gel eyeliner, the Handiayan purple eyeliner. And this is how it worked out. So it is a very dark look, but it's a very blue-purple look. And I think it's probably one of the darker looks that I've ever managed to get. Definitely for people who like to wear a little bit darker makeup. And I did go ahead and put a little bit of the L'Oreal Lumi Le Glace. This one is in Glossy Pearl, so it's the lightest shade, and it is a balm. If you go ahead and put it on your cheeks where you put your highlighter, it will help your highlighter to stick because it is a balm, and I really like it. The other reason why I'm going ahead and doing this video today is to ask you about what you've heard as far as the tariffs and what they're going to be doing to the indie companies that aren't in the U.S. And I'm in the U.S., And what we've been getting here is just sort of random. Some companies are putting up notes that they aren't selling to the U.S. because they don't know what the tariffs are going to do to their costs or to our costs. If we get an item here and all of a sudden we have a big tariff on it, they're not, a big cost associated with it. And so they're not even going to ship right now. So I have been paying attention to it, but if people have, specifics that about, please drop me a comment below. I would like to get a lot more information on this, and this is the group that I can go ahead and do that with, both for you and for me. I'll be happy to share it, any of the comments I get down below in my next video or so. But again, a lot of companies are just saying they're not even going to ship to the U.S. They don't know what kind of costs they're going to get or what kind of costs the customer is going to get when they receive the product. So again, it's an area of concern. And just leave me a comment, and if I get enough comments, I'll go ahead and do a video on it and do some research on it myself as well. So I think that's the video for today, and thank you and have a great day. Bye.